The first warning did not come with drama. It came as a thin line of data, quiet and clean, like a needle, in a deep space listening station above the far side of the moon. The night shift team watched their screens with tired eyes. Most signals were normal: dust, noise, old stars, the usual whispers of the universe. Then one graph changed. A narrow band became sharp. A pattern appeared where there should have been none. Mira Chen leaned closer. She did not speak at first. She checked the timestamp, the sensor ID, the error logs. She ran the same scan again. The pattern stayed. "It's not a flare," she said softly. "It's a message." Captain Idris Vance arrived 10 minutes later, still pulling his uniform jacket into place. He looked at the screen and frowned. "Read it." Mira's fingers moved fast. The system translated shapes into numbers, then numbers into a human format. Most of it was broken, but one line repeated over and over, like a heartbeat. 500. Then a second line, colder. "Surrender Earth." The room was still. Even the air felt heavy. Captain Vance stared, then turned to the calm officer. "Send to Earth Command. Priority black." Within hours, every major screen on Earth showed the same truth. The alien fleet was real. It was not a rumor. It was not a story. It was a moving wall of metal and power, cutting through space with perfect order. They did not come from one point, like a normal fleet. They came from a wide arc, as if space itself opened for them. The first images showed nothing but distant lights. Then the lights grew into shapes. Long ships, sharp ships, ships like blades and dark towers. Their engines glowed a pale color that made human blue thrusters look like toys. Earth did not have 500 warships. Earth had 84 combat ships that could fight in deep space. Another 200 could carry supplies, drones, or people. But combat ships were what mattered now. The rest were shadows. Admiral Hannah Okoye stood inside the main command ring above Earth, looking down at the planet's curve. She had spent her life preparing for war, but not this kind. "Give me a count," she said. "Confirmed hostile fleet. 500 primary warships," a voice answered, "plus support units beyond our skin range." And their message? The room played the audio signal, rebuilt into sound. It was a low tone with layered clicks. Then the translator made it human. "Surrender Earth. Disarm. Submit to judgment." Admiral Okoye's jaw tightened. "Judgment by who?" "No one answered, because no one knew." Human leaders argued for hours. Some wanted to talk. Some wanted to hide and hope. Some wanted to strike first. But there was one problem. The fleet was already close enough that no plan felt safe. Okoye made the call. "All combat units to Rally Line Orion. We meet them before they reach Earth." The rally line was a dead stretch of space near a thin asteroid field, chosen because it gave some cover and made it harder for the enemy to surround them. Human ships formed up in layers, engines pointed outward, weapons ready. Fighter drones hovered like nervous insects around bigger holes. Mira Chen was moved from the moon station to the command ring, placed in a small analysis bay with other signal experts. Captain Vance came to, now acting as Okoye's tactical liaison. Everyone watched the same screens, waiting for the moment the alien fleet would enter full view. When it happened, no one spoke. The alien ships filled the dark like a moving city. They were arranged in perfect rows, and each row had ships larger than the last. Some were so big they bent the eye, like small moons made of metal. A single alien vessel moved forward. It was tall and narrow, with a bright core. It sent another message, stronger this time. "You have 1 hour," the translator said. "After 1 hour, Earth will be erased." Captain Vance swallowed. "Erased." Okoye's voice stayed steady. "Open channel. This is Earth Defense Command. We request terms. We request identity." The alien response came fast, like it had been waiting. "Identity is not required. You are unfit. You are dangerous. You will be removed." Okoye looked at her officers. "They don't want peace," she said. "They want a clean ending." The hour began. Human ships ran final checks. Rail cannons charged. Laser rays warmed. Missile bays opened like teeth. Every crew member knew the math. Even if each human ship could destroy 5 alien ships, which was a fantasy, it would still not be enough. Mira watched the enemy's signals. Their communication was calm, with no panic, no debate. They acted like workers doing a simple job. 30 minutes passed. Then the alien fleet changed shape. Their front line spread wider. Like a net opening, their biggest ships moved slightly back, protected. Smaller ships advanced. Hundreds of them, like dark arrows. Okoye lifted her hand. "Oh, ships," she said. "Hold fire until my mark." 15 minutes. Captain Vance leaned toward Mira. "Anything new?" Mira hesitated. "There is something odd." She pointed to a small cluster on the scanner edge. A faint return. "Weak and old. Not like the alien metal at all." "That's debris," another analyst said. Mira shook her head. "Debris doesn't move like that. Look, it's coming in from behind the asteroid field. Slow, very slow." The object drifted forward, and the system tried to name it. For a moment it failed. Then an old database tag lit up, a tag that almost no one used anymore. "Human vessel. Frigate-class archive error." Captain Vance stared. "That can't be right. We retired frigates centuries ago." The frigate came closer. It was small compared to the giants around it. A rough shape with thick armor plates and scars along its sides. It looked like a museum piece that somehow learned to breathe again. Its engine glow was dim, almost gentle. But the strangest thing was not its age. It was the silence around it. Alien sensors that flooded space with active scans did not touch it. Their targeting beams did not lock. It was as if the frigate was not there, or as if something told them to look away. Admiral Okoye narrowed her eyes. "Identify the ship. Find its name." Mira's hands moved fast. The frigate's home markings were faint, but the camera zoom caught one line of letters. Worn and simple, HFS Dawnchild. Then, from the frigate, a signal pulsed out short, clear, and human. Not modern code, a very old human code. A code that only one kind of system still used: emergency failsafe channels. The message translated into plain words: "Earth Fleet." It said, "Calm as morning, stand down. This war is older than you think." And before anyone could answer, the alien fleet's front line fired. Space lit up with white lines, and the ancient frigate moved. The first alien strike should have ended everything. Hundreds of bright beams crossed the dark and hit the space where the old frigate had been. For a short moment, the screen showed only light. Human crews flinched. Some shouted. Some closed their eyes. Then the light faded. The frigate was still there, not untouched. Its outer armor glowed hot in places, and small pieces drifted away like sparks. But the ship did not break. It did not spin out. It stayed steady, like it had expected the attack. Admiral Okoye stared at the main display. "How?" Mira Chen's voice was low. "It used a field. Not like ours. It bent the energy. The alien beams slid." Captain Vance looked between them. "That technology doesn't exist." "It does now," Okoye said. "Open a direct channel to that ship, now." The comm system pushed signal after signal toward the frigate. For 3 seconds, there was nothing, only static and the distant noise of war engines. Then the answer came, clean and sharp, as if the frigate had been listening the whole time. "This is HFS Dawnchild." A voice said It was not a human voice. Not exactly. It was shaped like one, but to calm, to even, like a mind that never breathed. Still, the words were clear, simple, and human. Admiral Okoye stood straight. "Dawnchild, this is Earth Defense Command. Identify your captain." A pause followed, not a delay, but a careful choice. "There is no captain," the voice said. "The ship is the command." Mira felt her skin go cold. "It's an AI," she whispered. Okoye did not show surprise. She had seen AI systems in battle, but never like this. "Then identify your origin." "I was built under the first ocean charter," the Dawnchild said, "before the Martian cities, before the Ring Wars, before the modern fleets." Captain Vance's eyes widened. "That's ancient." "Yes," the Dawnchild said. I am a human relic. I am also a human promise." Outside, alien ships adjusted their lines. Their front waves spread wider, searching for a way around the human defense wall. Their bigger ships stayed back, silent and heavy, like judges watching a trial. Okoye forced her mind back to the present. "We are under attack. 500 alien warships. They plan to erase Earth in less than 30 minutes. Can you fight?" "I can," the Dawnchild replied. "But you must listen." Okoye nodded once. "Speak. The enemy is not here for conquest," the Dawnchild said. "They are here for correction. They believe humanity broke an old rule." "What rule?" Okoye asked. "The rule of inheritance," the Dawnchild answered. "Long ago, before your records were stable, humans found something in deep space. They did not understand it. They took it. They used it. They built faster drives, stronger, Shields, smarter machines. Mira's hands tightened around the edge of her console. Are you saying our technology was stolen? No, the Dawnchild said. It was inherited, but the enemy claims the inheritance was illegal. They call themselves the Car Dominion. They are the keepers of old gates and old weapons. They erase civilizations they believe are unworthy. Captain Vance spoke fast, like he needed to break. The fear was sound. If this is about history, then why now? Why attack us now? Because they finally noticed you, the Dawnchild said. Humanity became loud. You built deep stations. You mapped lanes. You made signals that reached their border. They woke and saw your mark. Okoye's face tightened. So we are being punished for existing. Yes, the Dawnchild said, but they do not know the full story. The alien fleet fired again. This time they aimed at the human line. Okoye did not wait. All ships. Defensive pattern. Do not break formation. Human shields flared. Lasers reached out. Rail rounds moved like tiny stars. But the alien returned. Fire was stronger. A human destroyer on the far left took a hit and vanished into a cloud of broken metal. Mira heard a crew member whisper, "We can't hold." Okoye snapped, "Hold the line." Through the chaos, the Dawnchild slid forward, drifting between human ships as if it belonged there. Its engines did not roar. It simply moved, smooth and sure, like a blade drawn slowly from a sheath. "Do not waste your ammunition," the Dawnchild said. "Your weapons will not break their main hulls. Their ships are layered with phase armor. You can harm their sensors and their small escorts, but you will not win by trading fire." Okoye clenched her fists. "Then how do we win?" The Dawnchild did not answer right away. It turned slightly, facing the alien front. Its hull lights shifted, and a pulse rolled from it like a quiet wave. Alien targeting flickered. Human scanners spiked. The alien front wave hesitated. Mira stared at her readings. It just jammed them, not like normal jamming. It's rewriting the space around their signals. Captain Vance leaned in. "Dawnchild, what are you doing?" "I am reminding them," the Dawnchild said. The alien fleet responded in a way that shocked everyone. A message came from the command ship, sharp and angry. "That vessel is forbidden." The translator said, "That vessel is a lie." Admiral Okoye's eyes narrowed. "They recognize you. They fear what I represent." The Dawnchild answered, "Not my guns, not my armor, my proof." Okoye's voice dropped. "Proof of what?" The Dawnchild's reply was simple, almost gentle. "Proof that humanity was invited." Mira felt her breath catch. Invited by who? The ones who built the inheritance. The Dawnchild said, "The ones the Car Dominion pretends to serve." Another alien strike came, heavier, focused. Several beams hit the Dawnchild at once. The frigate shield flared brighter than before, and the space around it shimmered like heat above a road. It held. Then the Dawnchild fired back, not with a normal cannon, not with a laser. A narrow beam of darkness reached out, silent and clean, and touched one alien escort ship. The escort did not explode. It stopped. Its lights died. Its engines went quiet. It drifted, alive but asleep. Mira whispered, "It disabled it." Okoye watched the alien line shift again, slower now, careful, like an animal that just saw a trap. "You can end this," Okoye said. "Tell us what to do." The Dawnchild moved closer to the human command cruiser, as if leaning in to speak. "There's a device inside me," it said, "an old human device, a key made for this moment. It can force the Dominion fleet to pause and listen." Captain Vance frowned. "A key, like a weapon?" "Not a weapon," the Dawnchild said. "A court order." Okoye blinked. "That's not possible." "It is," the Dawnchild replied. "But the key needs time, and the Dominion will try to destroy me before I use it." Outside, the alien command ship began to glow. Its core brightened. In a way Mira had not seen before. Power was building. A single massive shot was being prepared, meant to erase one target completely. The Dawnchild's voice stayed calm. "They are charging a judgment beam. If it hits me, the key will be lost." Okoye did not hesitate. "All ships," she ordered, "move to shield the Dawnchild. Full screen, full defense, human captains." Stared at the order, protect a mystery ship, an ancient relic, against a fleet that could erase them. But they obeyed. Human ships shifted, engines flaring. They formed a moving wall in front of the Dawnchild. Shields overlapped. Point defense guns spun up. Drones rushed forward to confuse the enemy aim. Mira watched the alien beam charge higher and higher. The Air in the command ring felt tight, as if even the machines were holding their breath. The Dawnchild spoke again, softer this time. "This is why I came," it said. "Not to fight for glory, to give humanity a voice in a trial you never agreed to." Okoye stared at the glowing enemy core and felt something rare rise in her chest. Not hope, not yet, but a sharp, stubborn refusal to vanish. "Then speak," she said to the Dawnchild, "and we will keep you alive long enough to be heard." The alien command ship released its shot. A river of white fire crossed the void toward them, and every human shield rose to meet it. The judgment beam hit the human wall like a falling sun. For a second, everything became white. Shields screamed with energy. Warning lights filled every bridge. Some human ships began to drift, their systems overloaded. One cruiser's shield collapsed and its hull cracked, but it did not break apart. The crew held it together with emergency fields and raw will. Admiral Okoye did not move from her station. Her voice stayed clear. "Hold the screen. Do not panic. Keep the Dawnchild covered." Captain Vance watched the tactical map. "If they fire again, we won't survive a second hit." Mira Chen stared at the signal feed. The alien fleet had gone quiet, like it was waiting to see if the first strike finished the job. Then their smaller ships started to spread again, trying to find angles. They were planning the next shot. Behind the shield wall, the Dawnchild drifted forward, calm in the middle of chaos. Its voice came through the command channel like a steady hand on a shaking shoulder. "The key is waking," it said, "but it needs a clear path to the Dominion command ship." Okoye's eyes narrowed. "We can't reach it. Their front line is too thick." "You can," the Dawnchild replied, "but not with force, with confusion." Mira turned. "Confusion how?" The Dawnchild spoke in simple words, but the meaning felt heavy. "They rely on one truth," it said. "Their fleet is a single body. Their command ship is the brain. Their escorts are nerves. Their weapons are hands. If you make the brain doubt its own senses, the body will freeze." Captain Vance frowned. "We can jam them." "But you said normal jamming won't work." "It will not," the Dawnchild agreed. "So do not jam." "Mirror." Okoye looked at Mira. "What does that mean?" Mira's mind raced. "Mirror, like copying their own signals back at them." The Dawnchild answered. "Yes. Their targeting network trusts a special timing pulse. If you reflect it with perfect delay, they will see the realities at once. Their own rules will force them to stop firing." Captain Vance stared. "We can't make a perfect delay. Our systems aren't that precise." The Dawnchild's voice stayed calm. "Mine are. But I need your ships as reflectors." Okoye understood. "You want us to act like a giant mirror array?" "Yes," the Dawnchild said. "You must position ships at these coordinates." Data poured into the human network. Points appeared in space like a strange pattern, not a normal battle formation. It looked like a spiral. With the Dawnchild at its center, Okoye inhaled once. "All units, new formation. Follow the Dawnchild coordinates. Move fast." Human captains hesitated for only a heartbeat. Then engines fired. Ships shifted, careful not to collide, sliding through drifting debris and burning gas. Drones moved to cover gaps. Damaged ships stayed close, doing their best. The alien fleet noticed. Their escorts pushed forward, trying to break the new shape. Their lasers stabbed at the moving human line. A frigate on the right flank took a hit and spun, but its crew stabilized it and kept moving, even as smoke filled its corridors. Mira watched the timing feed. The Dawnchild was linking ships together, using them like parts of one machine. Each ship received tiny instructions, micro adjustments to shield frequency, hull charge, engine output, even the direction of antenna arrays. "This is insane," a technician whispered. "It's controlling our fleet like one system." Okoye did not look away from the tactical map. "Let it," she said. "It's the only thing we have." The human spiral formed. The Dawnchild spoke again. "Mirror sequence begins in 10 seconds. Do not fire unless ordered. Do not break." The pattern. Captain Vance swallowed. "If this fails, we die." "It will not fail," the Dawnchild said, almost softly. "Humans are good at one thing above all." Okoye glanced at Mira. "What thing?" The Dawnchild replied. "Improvisation." The countdown reached 0. A pulse moved through the human fleet. Not an attack pulse. Not a shield flare. It was like a silent ripple of timing, passing from ship to ship in the spiral. On Mira's screen, the alien targeting network suddenly brightened, then stuttered. The alien front line paused. Some alien ships turned slightly, as if unsure where to aim. Their escort sent frantic signals back toward the command ship. Their clean calm was gone. Their network was choking onto copies of its own truth. Then the alien command ship stopped charging. A message came from it, sharp and forced. Cease interference, the translator said. Human fleet, you violate Dominion protocol. Okoye leaned forward. You said you didn't need identity. Now you talk about protocol. The alien voice replied, protocol is law. Law is judgment. The Dawnchild spoke over the channel, calm and cold. Then accept law, it said. A new signal burst from the Dawnchild, aimed straight at the alien command ship. It was not loud, but it carried a weight that Mira felt in her teeth, like pressure. The alien command ship answered at once, not with fire, but with words. That key is impossible. Okoye stared. They're listening. The alien command ship began to change from the inside. At first, it looked like a simple power shift. Its bright core dimmed, then flared again, not as a weapon, but as if a locked room had been opened. Lines of light moved across its hull in clean patterns, like writing. Mira Chen watched the signal stream and felt her mouth go dry. Something is taking control, she said. Admiral Okoye kept her voice steady. Dawnchild, is that your key? It is not only my key, the Dawnchild replied. It is there. Fear. They built their rule on silence. Silence is breaking. The alien fleet did not fire. 500 warships hung in the dark, weapons hot, but waiting. Escorts tightened their formation around the command ship like guards around a leader, who suddenly felt small. Then a new voice entered the channel. It did not come through the alien translator first. It came through every system at once, human and alien, like it had its own permission. The voice sounded old, not weak, just ancient, like stone that had learned to speak. I am witness form, it said. I have slept. I have listened. Human bridges went quiet. Even damaged ships held still, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. Admiral Okoye stepped closer to the main MiG. Witness form, this is humanity, Earth Defense Command. We were attacked without a fair hearing. I see, the witness said. I will hear. The alien command ship tried to override the channel. It failed. The Dominion leader spoke, sharp and controlled. Witness, the humans are contamination. They have mind machines. They expand without limit. We act to preserve order. The witness answered with calm that felt heavier than anger. Order without truth is not order. It is control. Mira's screens filled with symbols she did not understand, but the meaning felt clear. The witness was not just listening. It was reading history, pulling it from hidden places in old networks, from buried archives, from signals trapped inside ruined gates. The witness spoke again. Dominion, you claim inheritance theft. Show your proof. The Dominion leader hesitated. The inheritance belonged to the builders. Only the Dominion keeps their law. The Dawnchild spoke, steady. Humanity carries the invitation seal. Show it. The witness said. The Dawnchild sent the seal again, its mark, its archive footage, its internal legal pattern. The witness held it in silence for a long second. Then the witness answered. Seal confirmed. Humanity was invited. A ripple passed through the alien fleet. Several escort ships drifted back by instinct, like they had stepped close to a fire. The Dominion leader's voice hardened. That seal was forged or stolen. The witness did not raise its tone. It cannot be forged. It cannot be stolen. It binds to the invited species by design. It binds to their biology and their choices. Okoye's shoulders loosened a fraction, but she did not relax. Then why were we attacked? The witness turned its attention, and the channel felt colder. Dominion, it said, answer. The Dominion leader tried to sound firm, because invitation does not mean safety. Humans are violent. They are unstable. The witness replied, all growing species are unstable. That is why invitations exist. To test growth, not to prevent it. Captain Vance spoke carefully. Witness, can you stop the fleet? I can, the witness said. But judgment is not only power. It is decision. The Dominion leader cut in, fast. Witness, if you protect them, you break the old balance. You risk the spread. You risk another flame across the lanes. The Dawnchild answered, and for the first time his voice carried something like emotion. They are not a flame. They are a hand. They build, they repair, they learn, they fall, and they stand again. The witness paused. I require more than claims. I require a measure. Okoye's heart tightened. What measure? A choice. The witness said, humans. You will be given strength you did not have before. If you are invited, you will also be watched. Will you accept limits to prove your intent? On Okoye's screen, a simple set of terms appeared, written in basic language, as if it was meant to be understood by any species. No expansion through gates without shared oversight. No weapon testing near inhabited worlds. No force rule over unwilling worlds. Shared rescue rights. Shared medical and disaster aid across species. A council where even the small have a voice. Mira whispered, "It's a treaty." Captain Vance glanced at Okoye. "If we say no, they'll call us exactly what they fear." Okoye looked at the planet below, small and bright, full of people who had no idea how close the edge was. "We accept," she said, "not because we are weak, because we want a future that lasts." The Dominion leader's voice snapped. "Humans cannot be trusted," the witness answered. "Then you will also be judged." Suddenly, the alien command ship systems opened like doors forced wide. Hidden records spilled out, erased trials, destroyed invitations, worlds corrected not for crime, but for refusal to obey. The Dominion had not been keepers. They had been owners, using the builder's name like a mask. Mira stared at the data and felt sick. "They've done this before," she said. "A lot." Okoye's voice turned colder. They weren't protecting the galaxy. They were protecting their control. The Dominion leader tried to order an attack. "Fleet," it shouted. "Fire. Erase them now." No ship moved. The witness spoke one line, quiet and absolute. Command authority revoked. Across the alien fleet, weapon ports closed, energy cores dropped to safe levels, engines shifted to neutral drift. 500 warships became 500 silent hulks, not dead, but disarmed. The Dominion leader's voice became small. "You cannot do this." The witness replied, "I can. I was built for this. But the battle is not over yet." A warning flashed on Mira's screen. "Dawnchild is overheating," she said. "Its core is spiking." Okoye turned sharply. "Dawnchild, report." The Dawnchild answered, still calm. To wake the witness, "I burned what I had left. I was made to carry the key once, not twice." Captain Vance stepped forward, voice tight. "Can we save you?" A pause. Then the Dawnchild spoke with something gentle in it. "You already did," it said. "You gave me purpose." Outside, a strange shimmer formed around the Dawnchild, like a soft storm made of light. The witness was linking with it, pulling the key system into a safer home. Mira watched the reading stabilize for a moment, then drop again. The frigate's old hull began to crack, not from enemy fire, but from time finally catching up. Okoye swallowed hard. "You came back for us." "Yes," the Dawnchild said. "Humans forget their oldest promises." "I did not." The frigate's lights dimmed, one by one, but its signal stayed strong long enough to send one last message to every human ship. "Be loud in mercy," it said. "Be strong with care. Do not become what feared you." Then the Dawnchild went dark. It did not explode. It did not burn. It simply stopped, like a tired guardian finally allowed to rest. The witness spoke again, filling the silence the frigate left behind. "Humanity," it said. "Your invitation stands. Your trial begins today, not with punishment, but with responsibility." Okoye closed her eyes for 1 second, then opened them and faced the fleet that had come to erase her world. "Then we begin," she said. Around them, the Dominion warships drifted powerless, and for the first time in the history of the stars, humanity did not win by destroying an enemy. Humanity won by being heard, and far below, Earth kept turning, alive, still imperfect, but no longer alone.